What's happening, good people? How we doing? Welcome to Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez. Please feel free to visit the website www.dremontez.com. Hope all is well, and you know we got to do. High five, chest bump, let's hug it out. We're being brought to you by our title sponsor, The Weed Squad. If you take a look at the bottom of the screen, you get a complete listing of all the sponsors that are affiliated with the show, as well as when you visit the website, just go to sponsor link and you can get a hold of all the sponsors that have helped me put this here great thing together here that I like to call Montez at Midday. Don't forget to check out the latest episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast. Yours truly here. It's on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Anchor, Podbean, Google Play, you name it. Even on Twitter. By the way, you can follow us on Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. Instagram, Who's to Blame the Podcast, as well as YouTube, Dre Montez. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you are appreciating a raise at work or you got a career bump, congratulations. If you're moving today, good job. If you purchased a new vehicle today or something of that nature, congratulations. Whatever you have done, keep up the great work. If you put out last night, congratulations. It's about damn time. Men and women out there alike. There you go. But speaking of birthdays, today is my best friend's birthday. One of my best friends. You know that. Coach Pat, STO Pressure, as well as Mr. Menden and my man T-Mac. So today is T-Mac's birthday at the Man Cave. Sumner Bulldog, the pride of Louisville, Mississippi. Happy birthday to my dude. He's the big 5'1" day, big 5'1". So if you see him, tell him happy birthday 51 times in a row before you even move on. Would that be annoying if someone did that? Came in your face and told you happy birthday, exactly how old you are. Like if you're 30 and someone tells you happy birthday 30 times, would that be annoying? I want to get creative with the 51st birthday. What do you do for a 51st birthday celebration? What do you do? Just go out to eat? You drinking your favorite cognac or whiskey or brandy? I mean, what do you do for the 51st birthday? You know, the 50th and the 52nd, maybe even the 53rd and 54th may bring up some confusion on the celebrations, but the 51st birthday, I don't know what we're going to do in October. I'm going to talk to Mr. T-Mac to see what actually he's going to do. Because if it wasn't for the Rona and the V word, vaccination, we would probably be doing something really, really crazy at the Man Cave. We would. We would be doing some hellacious shit, doing something, cooking some amazing food concoction that the president and Mac can bring together. But it's a little weird that we're not at the Man Cave celebrating Mac's birthday today. But we will get beyond that into it. All right, kids, it is Fish Pump Friday, Fired Up Friday, Fireball Friday, and Fried Chicken Friday. With your boy here on Montez at Midday. There it is, right there. Well, we could either go Cardinal talk, football, Prince's last album, Welcome to America, that came out on July 30th. Do you have that or not? Let me know what you think about it. I haven't purchased it yet. I want to hear more from the Prince fans out there. I want to hear from you. But the closer we're getting to football season, I'm trying to figure out something here for the life of me. Like, for instance, turn the light on, Dre. But for the life of me with football, I'm trying to, maybe I'm like you guys. The team has been through a rebuilding process. You did mediocre in the draft. You're feeling either like a 7-9 team. Well, we got 17 weeks and we got one more game. So you're feeling a different type of way. Is your team going to make the playoffs or do you need some help? What are you bringing to the table to help your team? Are you getting a new jersey? Are you bringing a throwback to the model? I don't know what to do. I really don't. I don't want to get a jersey of a guy that doesn't play anymore. I can't do that. I need to be connected with somebody. I need to have that jive mind trick going on, mind game going on with someone. So I got to really go through my Denver Bronco roster and figure out what jersey I'm going to rock this year. Or I may just go number 63 and just keep it real with the people and of the people, for the people, by the people. And just go that route. But I still got to get me a Bronco jersey. I lost my luggage about 8 years ago. Thank you, Greyhound. Last time ever. And my PlayStation was there. My favorite cowboy boots, both pair. The Eagles and the Pythons, both gone. As well as two of my Bronco jerseys. I had a Terrell Davis and I had a John Elway. Gone. Gone. Thank you, Greyhound. Last time I traveled Greyhound. Real talk. Won't happen again. But that's what I'm to that point now. It's time to get a jersey. It's been 8 years since I owned a jersey. 8 years. So I think I'm going to make the commitment. NFL.com, here I come. But I'm trying to figure out what route to go. You guys go through this too. I know you do. I know you've been through this whole jersey to rock. All right, I got that off my chest. Can we talk baseball now for just a little bit? I heard an unusual statistic about the San Francisco Giants being down by more than 4 runs. They have lost 800 consecutive games. 800 until last night. They came back and won that game. I heard an unusual stat about the St. Louis Cardinals. As we all know, the past 2 games with the Cardinals have been nothing to laugh about, a joke about. But it's been interesting the way the losses have happened. And last night, we had 4 bases loaded walks in the game. The Cardinals are leading the league in bases loaded walks by 26. So I'm guessing today, when the team gets together, what are they talking about? When teams play that poorly in consecutive games, what are they talking about? I always wanted to know that. What's going on? What's really going on? Now, when I played ball and we had a bad tournament, our coach got on our ass. I mean, really, it made us feel like shit. It was really bad. So I can imagine. I'm hoping on the major league level, the professional level, guys getting actual paid money and nobody is wondering where the money came from. That are performing like that and playing like that. I mean, what is being said? Who's going to speak up? I mean, in the words of Denzel, coach can only do so much. At some point, the player got to kick in. Hello. At some point, it must kick in. And for this team, for some reason, something's going on much bigger than I ever thought could be possible in a game of baseball. We all have made errors. We all have made mistakes. Thought we can outthink the ball. Try to think for the player that we're going against. We've all been there. But when it comes time to face up to what you have done and you see the results, what's next? What's going on? We drafted 8 million pitchers in the draft, but we go out and get 2 of the oldest motherfuckers in the world to come out and help us. Come on. And some wine ages very good with age. Whiskey, cognac, not baseball pitchers. No. The older you get, the harder it is to get the sign to them because the young guns are doing signs differently. It isn't 1, 2, 3, 4, down, left, right, my thigh no more. It's changed. And the old guys are not moving with the time. Will this turn around completely in 2 weeks? I hope it does. I hope it does. There's a big difference going to the game when your team is winning, when your team is competing, or when your team is just saying, fuck it. We don't care what happened. Who had the game? It gets that way. Well, either way, I'm still hanging with my Cardinals, but maybe we need to reach deeper and figure out what the real problem is. I'm going to take a little short break here and have a word from my sponsor here. Go ahead and get your scrub on. That Mountain scrub. Huh? Get your scrub on. I'll have a little break. Get your scrub on. Get your scrub on, go. Wait a minute, I hit the wrong button.
Mountain scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub
Mountain
on.
Man Scrub. Get your scrub on. Get your scrub on. There it is. Mountain Man Scrub. Use the promo Dre Montez for your instant discount today. It's great for your hands, shoulders, knees, feet, and to bring out that really, really great resolution in that tramp stamp. Tattoo that you got. Yeah. Shout out to the tramp stamps out there. By the way, shout out to my man Prospect. Thank you for the 420 yesterday, my man. It's a pleasure meeting you. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. I like meeting new people. I like that. They bring a little bit of life to the show and the situation. On this Pump Friday here at Montez at midday, don't forget to visit the website, DreMontez.com, and also to listen to the latest episode of my podcast, episode 456, Who's to Blame? Okay, moving forward here. Because you saw it on TV, you went there. You wanted to go there. Like, for instance, the NBA Finals with Milwaukee and Phoenix. Just because of what I saw on TV, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I want to go to Milwaukee. Never thought I would say that in my entire life. Never. Who the hell wants to go to Milwaukee? What, for what? But because of that Deer District, I want to go. So we're making plans today to go to Milwaukee. And I also want to go to the Valley. I've got family out there. Cuz I'm coming. I'm coming, cuz. I'm going to Phoenix. You have to. Have you seen the entertainment value in Phoenix? But because you saw it on TV, it made you want to go there. Whether it's a sporting event, a movie was filmed there, but you saw it on TV first. You're like, I want to go. Like, for instance, that water park commercial they play every Sunday here in the St. Louis area on News Channel 4. Every Sunday they show this water park commercial about a park that's not even here. It's in Iowa. I've been to Iowa to play softball. I've not been to Iowa to go to no water park. I want to go to Iowa to go to the water park. So it's one of those things right there. I mean, how do you find these places to go to anyway? Did someone tell you? Childhood memory, a tradition throughout the family. When people go to places and they share their experience with you, now through social media platforms, before that it was Kodak. You know, you took pictures of every damn thing and you could tell a story with the pictures. But now, with social media and smartphones and iPhones, shout out to those good people that do that. You're vicariously going out of town with these folks sometimes. So it's from that nature right there. But I want to go to Milwaukee. I don't know if there's a whole lot of shit to do in Milwaukee outside of basketball, but I want to go. I understand there's been a few serial killers there. I understand all that. In Phoenix, I don't know much about you other than when I was in the Navy, it was 122 degrees in Phoenix and people had these T-shirts on. Said that they survived 122 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. So we're going to see which way that leads us to right there. That's what we're going to try to get to, right? We're going to try. We're going to try. And I told you, I think the Olympics, overall for the United States, overall, I've noticed something. The swagger is different. They're not acting the same. They're tired. Maybe I don't know if it's because of the people are not there cheering them on, but I think the Olympic athletes have been over to having sex. That's all I'm saying. Which I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but when you're training like that to get to that level, I don't think it is going to pan out the way it wants to. All right, we got to talk about something that I'm not understanding. Three things I don't understand when it comes to the vaccine, when it comes to the mask, when it comes to people that wear seatbelts and people that wear condoms. I don't understand none of that. Don't get it. What is the big deal? What is going on? You got to put it on for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. People that don't wear seatbelts. Why? Why? What's going on? Those are questions that I have, and every day when I leave this place and I walk outside and I see things that make me scratch my head. Why people get so mad and upset over it? It's only for 2 fucking seconds you're gonna do it. You can take it off. You take it off. What is the big deal? I don't get it. I think it goes back to my original point that I made about a year and a half ago. And it starts with the letter C. It's called communication. It's all off the chart. We're doing it again. Where people are talking, nobody's listening. Everybody's talking. but nobody's listening. It seems to be an ongoing trend right now. I don't know more than you. You don't know more than me. Nobody's listening to the doctor. Nobody's reading the results. Nobody's really going through what their family medical history. They're not even paying attention. I don't get that. It's been comical. It's been very, very entertaining for me, trust me. I just sit back and listen and laugh every time there's an argument over pitching Ashton. It goes over your nose. You don't tell me what to do. It's been funny. People that get vaccinated, these horror stories, they beat when they go through a machine. It is hilarious to me how all of this has gotten out of hand and it hasn't been a full 2 years. But can you imagine how it's going to be a year from now? I want to bring back the alien talk. Let's bring back aliens. Aliens, let's bring them back. Let's bring back the bath salt. I miss the bath salt people and the people that ate the pods. Bring those people back. They were much funner than the people that about the mask and the vaccination and the seatbelt and the condom people. Bring those people back. Go back to eating those pods and making drinks about them as a drink special. I think we can have some fun with that as well. So that's just my thing about this whole mask thing. It's funny to me. They come into fights. You don't have to put on 2 seconds. When you walk in, you can take it off. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think it's like people out there that don't wear underwear. That jeans on, you know. Oh man, I can laugh all day about certain things. I swear I can. I can laugh all damn day and it would not offend me at all. Nobody else. But I tell you one thing that's really bothering me. Not the fact that Madden 22 is coming out August 20th. But there's some changes in the game that I think my gamers need to know about. Okay. The creative team still will not be on the game. It will not be on there. Remember how back in the day you can request to try to move your team to another venue? That's still not going to be out there. No relocation. The referees being in the game, they're only going to come in when the call is being made. That's still going to be the thing. So no more referees, just only when the penalty is called when you see the ref. The new announcers, no new announcers. We're keeping with the same ones. And also the Madden Ultimate Team practice mode still will not be applicable at all. So those things right there are not going on with Madden 22, which is coming out on August 20th. Gamers, unite as we're getting ready with Man Cave member Jay, birthday Man Cave member T-Mac as we play NBA 2K quite a bit. We're getting ready for the next one. And it's been a lot of fun playing that. All right. So with these athletes, there's a trend going on about this money. I noticed something. Everybody's all like, get your money, go get your paper, go get your paper. But in the end, if you think about the complete story of you playing professional sports and you're getting paid for it, you're getting paid to do what, kids? Say it with me. To win championships. That's why they're paying you the money. Ultimately, the team wants to win a championship, am I right? Why am I paying you money? To do what? Okay. So all this money I hear all these athletes are making, if I go back to the 70s and 80s and 90s when sports was completely different, they weren't making that much money. Then you look at these Hall of Fame classes across the boards in the major sports, the players that made you buy that jersey, that made you walk the way you walk. It was for a reason. Because they played their ass off for that little bit of money and to win a championship. I just think now, once they win a championship, the focus has changed. They're not into it as hard. It may be a select few that are still chasing a ring, getting that paper. But that's how I feel about these huge contracts. I think today's athlete is getting paid on what they've already done as opposed to what they're about to do outside of being drafted. The expectation value. There's a big difference in that. And then the realism comes in there. You got guys who are 30 making bank to do what? Are they really trying to find a championship and win for a championship? Or are they in there for just to get their money and keep the lifestyle they've been living prior to getting the big payday? Hello. I'm not saying it's wrong for you to get this money. If a team wants to give you $240 million for 5 years, that's on that fucking team. But if you don't produce and that team does not win, I'm pulling off my hat, I'm shaking my head, and I'm saying, why? And what happens every time an athlete signs a big contract, kids? They get hurt. Every time. It does not fail. I'm hoping in some cases that it does from time to time, but in other cases, it does not. It does not at all. But all these contracts in the NBA, these football signings, baseball signings, even hockey, I'm questioning the ultimate, I guess, situation that the player is in. Let's look at this. Okay, if you're this age, does this make sense? What are you bringing to the table? You really going to get out here and fight just as hard as you did before you got the money? That's what I'm questioning. Sometimes I don't think these guys' heart is in it. I don't think so. Some athletes play sports just for the money. Oh yeah, no question of a doubt. I'm quite sure some of you work a job just for the fucking money. You don't care about the job. You don't care what you're doing. You're doing it for the money. Is that wrong? Is it right? As long as you can look in that mirror and smile and feel okay, who gives a damn, right? That's the bottom line. It's about you being okay with the situation. And I think that's where we're at, which is no issue, no big deal, no knock off the block. But when it comes down to it, being a fan, you look at everything. When your team is winning versus your team losing, when your team goes in a draft, you're looking for something, a sign. And I'll keep seeing these damn signs about these guys not giving it their all the way I want them to give their all. It comes down to the money factor. Well, again, it's just my opinion. I mean, the average salary back in 1970 was $35,000 for a professional athlete. 35 grand back in the 70s. In the 80s, it went up to $78,000. The 90s, the 2000s, they done lost their damn mind. Do I want an athlete to tell me face to face, Dre, I'm doing it for the money? Yeah, I do. Give me real talk. Because sports is about numbers. The numbers are there whether you believe them or not. It's like a report card. It's like a progress report. You can tell right here if you've been doing your job or not. But once they start getting all that money, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not put in that situation to make decisions like that and you're offering me $240 million for 5 years. I would lose my damn mind. I would lose it. But again, it's Fist Pump Friday, Fight Up Friday, Fried Chicken Friday, Fireball Friday, and also it's T Mac's birthday. Happy birthday again to my boy T Mac. Enjoy the big 5'1", big fella, my dirty, my dude. Oh yeah. Navy man. Join the Navy with that fella. Crazy times we had in Hawaii. Shout out to 808, by the way. We were just talking the other day about making a trip over to Hawaii. It's been a minute. It's been a second or two. When I was in Hawaii, there's only 2 highways. I think they got 4 now. That's basically what the kids tell you, Daddy, you old. Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, thanks again for tuning into the show today. Don't forget to check out the latest episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast. It is up. It's available. You can follow us on Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. You can follow us on Facebook, Who's to Blame, the podcast, as well as YouTube, Dre Montez. Well, you guys enjoy your day. And as my great grandpappy always told me, if your back pockets are touching, it means you have no ass at all. But most importantly, don't forget to appreciate the details of the day. You kids enjoy your weekend, and thank you for listening again to Montez at Midday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday, and we'll see you Monday on the show. Thank you. Peace. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.